Good morning and good afternoon, depending on wherever you at. The time of this recording, this is episode 192 of the Restricted Zone podcast, man. We're back at it again with another episode, basketball episode. Yes, another basketball episode. Football will be coming in. We got a good episode in the works for that. Stay tuned. Keep the notifications up. But we're coming back in the midst of basketball season. The NBA season has been crazy right now so far. We're only 7, 8 games in.
Yeah, 7.
7 games in. And a lot of things are really surprising so far. A lot of things we could take away so early in the season, probably like week 2, week 3, probably so far in the season. But, it's still interesting. And we're our basketball junkies and fans, enthusiasts,
Yeah,
whatever you want
it's
to call
very
it.
interesting developments right now.
Right. A lot of interesting developments. Some key additions made by some some free agent signings that we really looked over. And it's like, whoa, well, look at what this guy.
Nobody expected.
We hold on before you dive in there. We're not gonna get into the meat and potatoes.
We ain't diving in yet.
Into the meat and potatoes yet. Hold on a sec. We gotta play with the food first. We're gonna start off with the Atlantic Division, but this is a basketball episode. We're striving in straight into the NBA hoops. Christian, introduce yourself to the people out here, man.
What's up, everybody? You all know me from previous episodes, and if you don't, it's nice to meet you. My name is Chris. You can call me Chris Guapo, leader of the free world, the Vec Man, whatever you want to call me, whatever you want to address me, G. Whatever you want to address me is. Your name. Let's just have a good episode. It's me and Colin tonight. It's just us. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, all it.
Like, comment, and subscribe. It's just us holding it down. 2-man crew. And just like the Sixers, they got a 2-man crew. Excuse me, they really got a 3-man crew. Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes got to throw Quentin Grimes in there. He has been doing this thing lately. Wow. And I've been watching him. Don't do that. If you don't watch it, if you haven't watched him.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, I was about to say
a 3-man crew initially. I thought you were alluding to Embiid being a part of that crew.
Nah, Embiid is he's on a minute restriction and
he doesn't have mechanisms.
In the last game that I saw where he looked like he couldn't even jump off his foot. So for me,
it was very entertaining to see that.
So for me, defensively, he's a liability. If you can't
100%.
even get off your foot to contest the shot, I mean, so and I'm not trying to undermine. Listen, we all know Joel's a superstar when he's fully healthy. Like that's not really a debate. No, it's not a debate. He is a superstar. He is a superstar. But he's a guy, he's not available. And when he is available, he's on minute restriction, this is where we are at with the guy. We're paying him a lot of money. We're not.
Doesn't he have a $200 million contract?
Yeah, I keep saying we. We're just fans. We don't pay nothing to that guy's contract, but it's just wild to me that he's on minutes restriction and he's not even. Yeah, it's just crazy.
I got a theory that the players get a percentage of what I spend on FanDuel, so I'm paying for their life.
Well, hey, gambling has been the NBA wrapped up in the whole Fed case with dealing with the whole gambling has been at this point now. Let's not even touch on
Shout out Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier.
No, that was crazy. I thought it was really clean. Then it all came back. That's crazy. It all came back 180.
Can't believe it.
Oh, Rico. Bro, you a basketball player, brother. What do you, man? You can't make this. Chauncey really got me. You a coach, brother. You don't make bad money. I
kind of forgot Chauncey Billups existed, so.
No, don't do that. He 2004 NBA champion, playing third grade.
2004. We're in 2025, brother.
No, listen. One of the most. Do you know who he beat? That you know who he beat. You probably wouldn't.
I know who he beat, Colin. Yeah, I know.
Listen, who he beat. Yeah. Okay. Then. Put some respect on his. It's not just him, but still put some respect on Chauncey. Yeah, well, I don't know if you can put respect on his name now, but as a basketball player, you can put some respect on his name.
Chauncey Billups don't get no respect in the streets of LA.
Putting that
aside. Shout out to my Lakers, yo. Shout out to my Lakers.
Nah, man. Shout out to Austin Reeves. You guys gonna have to pay him big. You have to make that big decision.
I don't mind.
Okay. Hey, sounds good too. Listen,
but that's about the Western Conference.
We talking about We talking about the East. Yeah, you brought up the Lakers though, brother. So they won't win anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. So putting that aside,
Neither would the Sixers. My foot.
no, that's true. I'm not debating that. Let's go into the Sixers, starting with the Atlantic Division. We are doing this episode division by division, and we're going to start off with our hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers. They are currently number one in the division, 5 wins, 1 losses. Listen to me, man. If you would have told me this, I'm not gonna say I expected this. I thought we would kind of start off slow.
They didn't
Uh,
expect this.
huh?
The Sixers didn't expect this. The
No,
Sixers coaching staff
no.
did not expect to start off 5 and
Maybe
1.
no, maybe the staff didn't, but the players did.
The
Maxie and
players
VJ
did.
Maxie and VJ talk like they put that work in over the summer.
Well,
You
VJ,
watch the
VJ a
interview?
rookie, so VJ has to come in with that type of energy. He
But
has to.
Tyrese said it in the interview. You didn't watch the interview. Him and VJ, they both listen. They had the right
What would I be
mentality.
doing as a Lakers fan watching an interview with Tyrese Maxey
You
and
should.
VJ Edgecombe?
You should. Well, the lady, listen to me. You're not winning the title, so stop bringing it up. You guys are.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
You
Like,
guys are a
you're
second
fine.
round at most, and I don't second round, and it really depends on the matchup. It
Sure,
really depends on the matchup.
sure,
So with
man.
that,
Let's worry
with
about the Sixers right now.
yeah, let's worry about the Sixers and them. They're really such a wild card. They either could be a playoff, maybe conference
Mhm.
finals team if everything clicks together right. Because when I take a step back and look at the roster, they have a solid bench. They got a good starting 5. I like their guard 4 lineups where they start Tyrese, VJ. Sometimes they'll start Justin Edwards, but they'll put Kelly Oubre, and then they'll have who am I forgetting? I'm not forgetting somebody. Am I forgetting who? Kelly Oubre. Who am I forgetting? Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. I
Are
can't
you
believe.
talking about players in general,
Yeah,
or are you just
like no,
um?
like they run a 4 guard lineup, and I
Oh
love it. It's
yeah,
Quentin
yeah.
Grimes.
No, they're four. Yeah, Quentin Grimes. Their 4 guard
Yeah,
lineup is actually something special. I'll
they're
give
four.
them that.
Like I
Their
love it,
four guard lineup is something special.
and this is why I say I like. All right, so I take a step back and I look at it and I say Joel's like the perfect 5, where they can stretch the floor out. There's space on the floor. If there is any time they want to throw a zone, they probably don't do as often. But whenever they try to, they could throw it to Joel. He could get you an easy 2. He's definitely one of the most graceful big men in terms of moves and finesse and skill. He's averaging 20 something on 23, 22 minutes. That's impressive. It's just we don't know if he could extend those longer for periods of times when we need him the most. That's where it
And
gets
also,
tricky.
consistency is also Joel's problem. Joel Embiid's problem. In one of his first 3 games, he had 4 points. He played over 20 minutes that game, and he had 4 points. He shot
Yeah.
2 for 9, or somewhere within that range. All I remember is that he shot less than 40%. If you are the number one star on your team, no matter what the situation is, scoring 4 points while playing over 20 minutes of basketball and not getting over 10 rebounds as a big man is just completely unacceptable. It was unacceptable when Anthony Davis was doing it for the Lakers. It was unacceptable when Jokic did it. It was unacceptable when Rudy Gobert did it. It was unacceptable when Karl Anthony Towns did it. We have to hold Joel Embiid to those exact same standards because that's the position that he wanted to put himself in. And don't get me wrong, with his MVP season, he 100% deserved to be in that conversation. But it's like you have to be consistent because after the MVP season, then what? You're missing 40, 50 games and not playing in the playoffs. And then when it's
He
time for the playoffs,
it was
like you
crazy
don't
because I
perform.
still remember this point. It was a stat. He's the only MVP to never make it out the second round. That blew my mind.
Literally,
I was like,
you are
wow,
you are
you
the
made the
only
wrong
team
side of
in
his.
MVP. You are the only MVP in NBA history to never ever in your career make it out of the second round of the NBA playoffs.
That's why I wanted for him so bad, though. The
Like, you
guy.
don't think it's nothing crazy about that?
No, I do. I absolutely. A part of
No,
this
man,
his
no.
fault.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Joel Embiid because you're going to see this. You don't think it's nothing crazy about that,
He
Joel?
probably
You,
won't. Put that aside.
you have a roster behind you. So and you've been had one behind you.
No,
The
well,
Sixers
no,
have
that's what I was gonna
Sixers have
say.
not
Part of
been a
it is
trash
him.
team.
Part of it is the Sixers roster construction. Part of
I
it
can't
is
agree with that.
Doc Rivers throwing Ben Simmons under the bus.
One hundred
Granted,
percent, I'll agree to that.
granted, granted, Ben Simmons was played awful, right? Like we can't. But as a coach, in that moment, you don't do that. You got to stand by your guy. I think that ruined something in his confidence. And then he had injuries later on, and we never saw that guy again, which I still think is just crazy how his career went upside
You
down.
know, I feel bad for Ben Simmons
It's
because
still wild
I,
to me.
I feel
Like you
like the
couldn't
city
have
of
convinced
Philadelphia
me
killed his spirit for
2021.
basketball.
What'd you say?
I said I feel bad for Ben Simmons because I feel like the city of Philadelphia killed his spirit for basketball. I
Oh
genuinely
no,
do.
100%. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I think, yeah, man. But it's tough talking about Ben. I still wish him the best. He's not a bust to me. Me and Chris always go back and forth on this. I don't think Ben's if you look at his accolades, he's done too much in his short time to be called a bust.
Yeah, 100%.
A bust label can't be attributed to him. I think it's crazy. He's just one of those
I
guys.
100% agree with that statement. I
Yeah,
100%
yeah,
agree.
yeah. He thinks he's a buzz, but it's like, nah, nah, nah. What he did his first 6, 7 years, he was gonna have a Hall of Fame.
You play 6'7". 6'7"?
Oh my god, 6, 7. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, go
six,
ahead.
7. Okay,
Continue.
you continuing on, but the Sixers definitely got a solid roster. I like their 4 guard lineup. I like Joel at the 5. I like when Jerry McCain come back. We'll see what he does, how they
Oh,
integrate
brother.
it. Don't do that. He was bought. He would have won rookie. It wouldn't have been Stephon Castle. It would have been Jerry McCain had he not tore the way he was playing.
I can't agree with that because of the way that
No,
Stephon Castle performed last year. I can't agree with
that's
that.
fine. But we was watching Jerry McCain from game 1, game 2 to be exact.
If
For a
Stephen
corner,
Castle had one beyond him for that entire season, he would have without a doubt there wouldn't have been Jerry
nah.
McCain wouldn't have been in that conversation. He wouldn't have been.
Jeremy King was leading, and he was leading by far before he
Like,
tore it. Like it wasn't literally. You can look it up. It wasn't.
stop getting injured then.
Jeremy King was literally going to win Rookie of the Year. Well, excuse me. Let
As
me
a
not say
rookie, as
literally.
a rookie, as a
Let me,
rookie, I feel like there's no excuse for you to be getting injured. I'm so sorry. Like, then
that's
like
wild. That's a
oh
wild
no,
statement.
no, listen and let me land. Just let me land. Just let me land. Unless there is a full physical contact injury with another player as as a rookie, as somebody that is in the league trying to prove yourself, there is no reason that you should be getting injured. And don't get me wrong, I 100% understand that shit happens. Shit happens without a doubt. And it's unfortunate that people get injured. It's very unfortunate. But it's just like it it does something to my soul when I see a rookie get injured because then that changes the entire trajectory of your career depending on the injury.
Well,
It genuinely could.
no. Well, he did have a pretty serious injury, but my thing is, it wasn't to the point where it was super severe. But he still had to take the rest of the year off for precautionary reasons, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
Like at this point, this man is young. Health is wealth. His body is
health
what,
as well.
like literally. So I appreciate the Sixers doing it. I don't got no
Yeah,
complaints.
like you don't want to be like LeBron. LeBron getting sciatica at 41 and missing out a month of basketball. You don't want to be that guy.
Christian. Putting that aside, like I said, the Sixers are very wildly entertaining. I will say that in terms of expectations as a fan, I don't have none.
100%.
Just entertained. I'm just entertained. Like watching them brings joy. To be honest with you,
You know
like
what? I can agree with that because I'm not a Sixers fan. Never have been, never will be. I bleed purple and gold for all sports except baseball. But
you're not a Dodger
is
fan, okay?
what I will say is VJ Edgecombe is by far one of the most entertaining players to watch. When he got drafted and man, and during his draft interview, and they gave him the nickname the generator, the internet gave him that name. The 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 community, the fans gave him that name. because he used to live off of a generator for 7 years. And in his first game, he generated the Sixers offense so perfectly. He dropped 36 points. And if I'm correct, or it was either 34, 36, or 37. It was one of them numbers. It was one of them numbers. I can't remember exactly which one. And he damn near had a double-double. Tyrese Maxey had 50 or like 40 or 50 that game. Like, it's just unbelievable to see
So
what
VJ,
these two young players on the Sixers did.
his second game he had 26, 4 and 7. His
No, I'm talking
third
about his
game,
first game.
his first game he had 15, 6 and 8.
Huh?
15, 6 and 8. He had 15 points.
You're sure they're not showing you preseason? Because that's incorrect. I
His
promise you
very
that's incorrect.
his very first game, his very first game.
His very first NBA game, he did not have 15 points. I know that for a fact. Because he shot 16 for 32. You don't get 15 points shooting 16 for 32.
So 26, 4 and 7. That's what I said.
Oh, 16 for 32?
No, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists.
Colin,
yeah, that's the game. Yeah.
What is the date for that game?
That's the game. That's for October 28th.
Okay, that's preseason. That's
Hold
preseason.
It's November 4th. No, it's not, bro.
Preseason. No, that's not preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not preseason. That's not preseason. But that was not his second game. I mean,
his first game he played the Hornets. Second game was the Magic. Third game was the Wizards. Fourth game was Boston. Fifth game was Brooklyn.
Why am I not hearing his 36-point game? His 36-point game
26,
36. Colin, he shot 16 for 32 that game. It's not possible for him to have.
Okay, so all right, let me personally look up ESPN.
Yeah, like that's like stat-wise, that's not even possible.
Hold on a sec. Wait, hold on. VJ Edgecombe. I gotta pull this up. VJ Edgecombe. Okay, so October 22nd. So okay, Boston. When he played Boston.
Yeah, Boston. That's who it was against. Yep.
Okay, got you. Boston, then the Hornets, then the Magic. Okay, then the Wizards. Okay, I got you. There you go.
So what was his stats against Boston?
Boston, he had 34.
34. That's
7 and 3. Yep.
And that was off of 16 for 32 shooting or something in that range, correct?
You know, it was 13 for 26. He got his shots up that day.
26.
Yeah, he got his shots up that day. Yeah, he got his shots up that day. But
I just knew he shot 50%.
I just knew
he shot 50%.
He's shooting 49. He's shooting 49% for the season right now.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Like, as a rookie, you coming in and being able to hoop and just do what you do, and you're living up to the expectation that nobody set for you but yourself.
Yep.
It's amazing. When VJ Edgecombe initially got drafted, mock drafts and all that, nobody had him coming in averaging 20 points a game. Nobody had him.
They had him as a top 4 pick, though.
The only player in this draft that was considered to drop anything past 19 points per game was Cooper Flag.
No, some people was campaigning Ace Bailey, depending on his situation.
Ace Bailey as well. Ace Bailey as well.
And he's still good.
Bailey as well. But VJ just wasn't
VJ wasn't
expected to do this.
No. So he was supposed to be probably struggle the first couple of months, maybe struggle the whole year.
Literally, nobody expected him to come in and to just perform the way he has. So just to see him do this, it's amazing. He earned his nickname before he shot his first regulated shot. Is that not crazy?
I mean, this kid, listen to me. And you know what's crazy? The Sixers
the generator. The generator. With respect in my presence.
The Sixers tried to trade that third pick. Imagine if they had traded. They was kind of forced to a dead end too, because they had to traded it to the. They had to pretty much stay as a top 6, because if they wasn't, they'd have to get a pick to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, thank God Oklahoma didn't get that pick. Thank God.
we was pretty much forced. We was pretty much forced to have that third pick because the Sixers really wanted to trade it.
Yeah,
And look how the basketball gods, maybe they said, you know what, you guys suffered for so long with Joel. He's really giving you nothing 12 years
suffered
now.
with Ben, suffered with Nerlens Noel, suffered with Michael Carter Williams, suffered with
No, we ain't
Jahlil
suffer.
Okafor.
No. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do MCW like that. Nope.
No,
No.
MCW was good, but y'all didn't do
Yeah,
like man, like y'all didn't go nowhere.
yeah, I know, but we ain't suffer with him. It's not his fault. It
Not,
was a lot of
not.
things.
No, it's not his fault, but not going
Yeah.
anywhere. That's suffering.
Yeah, it is, but the
Like
MCW just means a lot, bro. Because that was when I really was like, I went to one of my first Sixers games, and he was
I
when he
did
was
too.
going crazy. Yeah, that's why he always got like it's so many special memories for me personally. But yeah,
Yeah, I liked
MCW.
MCW, man. He was nice.
Yeah, we really thought he was
Pretty
the
cool
one
guy.
too. That's crazy. He was Tyrese Halliburton if he didn't have a jump shot. If Tyrese
Mm.
Halliburton hadn't developed a jump shot, he would have been MCW.
Okay, no, let's not put them in the same category. Do not disrespect Tyrese Halliburton like that.
We're not disrespecting Tyrese Halliburton, but I'm
No,
terms of
no, that
passing.
is.
In terms of passing. In terms of
Oh well,
passing.
passing
Nah, I'm
passing
in terms
wise,
of
sure,
passing.
I guess, but
It's not
Tyrese
sure, I
Halliburton is
guess.
much more than a passer.
Nah,
Like
man.
Tyrese Halliburton is much more than just a
I
passer.
think
Okay, let's not.
you undermine MCW, and that's okay.
No, I'm not
But
undermining MCW. I'm not undermining him at all. I remember I watched his games. Trust me, I remember. I remember how great he was. I feel like you're undermining Tyrese Halliburton by
oh
putting him
no,
on the same level, though.
Tyrese
Like,
Halliburton is
man,
not
like
no disrespect to Tyrese
you would have to
Halliburton.
take away three things from Tyrese Halliburton for him to even be on Michael Carter Williams' level, and that's the truth. Like, you can't take away one thing. You take away one thing from Tyrese Halliburton, then he's Trey Young. He's not Michael Carter Williams. You take away two things from Tyrese Halliburton, then he's current Chris Paul. He's not Michael Carter Williams. You take away three things, then he's Michael Carter Williams. And that's just how it is.
I see
We're
where
talking
you're
about the Eastern
going with this.
Conference.
I see
If
where
we're
you're
talking
going
about the
with
Eastern
this.
Conference, let's talk about how the Pacers are struggling because Tyrese Halliburton is not there to facilitate that team.
I know. I see where you're going with this. Maybe I phrased it incorrectly, but I understand what you're saying, though, brother. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. Fair points
Thank
on
you.
your end. Continue though.
Like, yeah, let me continue. Like, so we are currently seeing the downfall of the Indiana Pacers after their two just amazing seasons that they've had, and these past two seasons for them have been nothing short of amazing, and that's the truth. But that's because they had Tyrese Halliburton facilitating the entirety of the offense. It was not on to Aaron. It was never on Aaron Nesmith or Andrew Nembhard or Miles Turner or there's somebody who I'm forgetting. There's somebody who I'm forgetting. Not Pascal Siakam because he just got there. It's somebody off the bench. Um, Caucasian guy. Forgetting his name, like it's on the tip of my
TJ
tongue. Can
McConnell.
anyone help me? T.J. McConnell.
TJ.
Yep, T.J. McConnell. T.J. McConnell. It was never up to them. It was always up to Tyrese Halliburton. From the moment he got there, it was up to him. He got them to the playoffs the season before last, and they were eliminated. Fine. He got them to the finals last season. And I don't want to hear it was Pascal, it was Miles Turner, it was the team, it was who they faced. No, it was the way that Tyrese Halliburton was running that offense. Tyrese Halliburton is quite literally the best pure point in the league right now. The best pure point in the league right now. You can't give it to anybody but Tyrese Halliburton. You can't because he's quite literally the embodiment of a
Let's.
pure point. He
Okay.
facilitates the offense. He overly passes and he scores when he's needed to score. The closest thing that we've had to a pure point of this level throughout the past 20 years is Chris Paul. That's what Tyrese Halliburton reminds me of. He reminds me of a younger Chris Paul with just a little bit less scoring ability. Because back in the day, Chris Paul was literally taking it to the rack, no matter what it was. Like he didn't care who was down there. that 6'1", that 6 foot 6'1" man was taking it to the paint all day with no problem and laying up Ben the likes of Ben Wallace and Taj Gibson and Quincy Acey and just just pure good defenders in the paint. Like that's what Chris Paul was doing. If
Hold
Tyrese
on,
Halliburton had that ability,
hold on, sir, brother. You since we didn't go all the way to the Central yet, but since you did a good segment on the Pacers, we'll definitely skip over them. There's not much to say about them. They
oh
are one
yeah,
and six. Benedict
yeah,
Mathurin
no,
is
they're 1
showing
and
some
6.
promise. Andrew
Maybe.
Nembhard is kind of struggling as now when you see he's the focal point of the offense, he's kind of struggles. So we see that, but
Yeah,
that's only 7 games in, not too much to say. The team
yeah,
really struggled.
it's not much that can be expected out of them because they don't have Tyrese Halliburton and they don't have
Miles
Miles Turner
Turner,
anymore.
yeah, and then Miles Turner should. I mean, Isaiah Jackson should be really taking all the advantages he could with this opportunity, but it's not looking like he's doing that. So,
Yeah,
let's go to the New York Knicks. Enough with the
yeah. Let's
Sixers.
go to the Knicks.
New York Knicks, man, they look promising as well, but they are four
They
and
definitely
three
do.
right behind. Mikal Bridges look transformed, playing
I
like
can
how he
see,
should be playing.
I
Mike
can see
Brown's
the
a
Knicks
lot.
being a championship contender. Honestly,
Yes, they absolutely can. Mike Brown's absolutely transformed. Mikal Bridges look like he's worth that contract in those draft picks. He
one
looks
hundred
like
percent.
it now. Tom Thibodeau obviously misused him. He's misused a lot of players, but uh,
It's not on him. I can't blame Tibbs for that.
uh Tibbs definitely has a and like that's why when the bench came in the playoff, they weren't prepared because some of them really didn't genuinely expect it not to play because that's how much of some of those guys was playing 40 plus minutes, which was wild. I
Yeah,
think I like Tom
yeah.
Thibodeau
Like
had
Josh Hart was quite literally playing 47 minutes a game
Tom
for like
Thibodeau
multiple wins back to back.
Tom Thibodeau had to leave in all honesty. He was really damaging those guys' body. But with that being said, Mike Brown's definitely unlocked something. Seeing Jalen Brunson off the ball more has definitely been entertaining for me personally. I think the offense, I want to see what it's like when it's not heliocentric around Jalen Brunson, and let's see who he is as an off-ball creator, which he's not bad. He's actually pretty good. So New York Knicks, man. I wish Kyrie was here because he'd really go in and talk more. But the Knicks really got a lot of pieces. Carl Anthony Towns, I think him and Jalen Brunson. If Mike Brown could maximize them, kind of like the way he did De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis when he was with the Kings, I think they got something
Mhm.
dynamic
That's a
there.
good comparison. That's an amazing
Yeah,
comparison.
in terms of the pick and roll. I mean, listen to me, Mitchell Robinson. I love that great defender. They got a
Amazing
solid
defender.
bench with Jordan Clarkson. Uh, listen to me,
Yeah,
man. They got
Jordan Clarkson has like been severely underrated throughout his career. He honestly has.
Mitchell, like
So
I
I want
mean,
to see him get a ring.
Miles McBride, like they got. Listen to me, the Knicks. I expect them to be. They should make the conference finals if everything goes
Yeah,
right.
they should. They should. I don't
If
see them not
everything
making it. I
goes,
don't see them not making the conference finals.
if everything clicks well, if Jalen Brunson could be as dynamic off the ball as he is
You
on the
know, I
ball,
hate to say this because I hate to even put this energy out in the air, but I feel like
what?
even if Jalen Brunson does, unfortunately, hopefully this does not happen, but if Jalen Brunson does get hurt, I still see them making a conference finals just because of how well rounded that team is.
Ooh, that's tough. I
Like
don't know
like I
how.
do, I genuinely
I
do.
mean, I would hope not, but I
Yeah,
don't know about that one.
I would
That
hope
one,
not. Yeah, I would hope not.
yeah, I don't know if I can stand 10 toes with you on that one. They lose Brunson, I think a lot of things go left. But with that
Very
being
true.
said, the Knicks though, just what's your thoughts on the Knicks overall? If you got any opinion about them,
Um, no, you basically covered it all, man. Like the Knicks are doing an amazing job. Um, I feel like they're solidifying their position in the East more to be a true contender.
yeah,
And man, and not like a fake king to the crown, I guess. Yeah, I genuinely feel like they just putting their best foot forward after last season. After the past 2 seasons, you know, all the trades and stuff that they had to go through. We're having to trade away Julius Randle to and give Karl Anthony Towns in return, which was a fleece on the Knicks part.
no, it's not.
By the
That
way,
was a win-win trade.
nah,
You think
I
that's a
I can't.
win-win?
I don't think that Julius
They
Randle
both
and
made
Karl
the
Anthony
conference
Towns
finals.
are. I don't think no, it's not about both of them making a conference final. I don't think that they're on the same caliber of player. I think if all right, if
Carl
Julius
Anthony Towns is a
Randle
better player
is
than Randall. Okay, I got you.
yes.
I got you. I got
Like
you.
Julius Randle is tier
No,
two,
I'm not even
Cat
talking
is
about
tier
that. I'm
one.
strictly talking about in terms of like trade. No one, that was a win-win, one of the rare win-win trades.
Oh man, oh well, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a win-win
That was,
scenario.
yeah,
But
that
if
was a
I was a
win-win trade.
GM, I don't think I would have made that trade on the Timberwolves part because you've given up somebody who's who's like an all around super, a pure all around superstar. There's nothing that Cat can't do on the court.
Defensively,
Honestly.
he can't. It's a lot he can't do. So I mean, I don't do
See,
that. And
but no, I
so
feel like
don't
he can.
no.
He no man, no, he's not. When it comes to blocking shots, he's not a liability. When it comes to playing average defense,
He's a
he's
drought
not a
coverage
liability.
liability. Yeah, why the what? I
Say
think
that one more
that's
time.
partly why the Wolves traded him because in the
Say that again.
playoffs I think that's partly why the Wolves traded him because him when it
Say what you said before that. You had said something before that.
what no about Cat being a liability on coverage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Cat is a
See, I
liability
feel
on
like
coverage.
and what the problem with that is, I feel
If
like
you
the
watched
Timberwolves
it,
were
if
just
you watched him,
utilizing
he
him
actually
wrong. I feel like the
who
Timberwolves.
Mike
I feel
Brown
like
or
the
Tom
Timbs.
Thibodeau?
No, I feel like the Timbs were utilizing him wrong when
Oh,
it comes to him playing coverage defense.
we saw some of those struggles even when he was with the Knicks too. And Tom Thibodeau's a
But you didn't
defensive
see it as
guru.
much. You didn't see it as much, honestly.
Well,
I
Tom
feel like
Thibodeau,
if
we
you
gotta understand.
if if you give let me say this,
Okay.
if you give Anthony Towns a full summer just to work on his defense, just forget offense, work
Okay.
on your defense for the entire summer, he's going to
Okay.
come back as a top uh big man defender in the league. Honestly,
I don't disagree with you. And my biggest thing too, and I talked to a couple of trainers and coaches. Defense is genuinely 80% effort. Like if you got the physical
it is.
if you got the physical profile, some guys just like Trey Young just don't have he'll never be a great
Yeah,
defender. He just
never.
doesn't have the physical
He might could
profile.
get good
He'll never have
steals.
it.
He might could get good steals, but you can never expect Trey Young to play good defense. He's 6 foot and he's bony.
Like it's never gonna happen. So but if you had the physical capabilities, it's 80% willing effort. You want to get so Cat's just it's really an effort thing with
Cat
Cat.
need to get in the gym.
Like
He's
Cat's
built
talent.
sloppy. Like
No,
Cat
listen to me. Listen to me.
need to
I
get in the
like
gym.
Cat's game. I think Cat's one of the most talented bigs. He's certainly a top 5 big inside the league. Cat to me, I just really an effort thing with Cat mostly. It's really just an effort thing with Cat. But the Toronto Raptors, they're the next team in the East. Like I say, I know you don't like the Toronto Raptors. I'm not a big Toronto Raptors fan, but this is a team that's really intriguing to me with the collective talented pieces they do have. Starting with Emmanuel Quickly, you got RJ Barrett, you got Scotty Barnes, you got Brandon Ingram.
Scotty Barnes, the most overrated power forward in the league. Wow.
That's tough. I don't know about overrated. I
I'm
wouldn't
just not a fan of him. I've never
like
been able
overrated
to
is
get
tough
behind
though, bro. That's where I would say overrated is tough because at the end of the day, too, it's not like the Raptors have done a great job managing a roster construction. This is probably the first team he's been on with like, oh snap, this is genuine. Like I really got talent around me. Now, how they mesh together and work together, I'm kind of scared because I don't like. Okay, let me not say I don't like. I don't think Emmanuel Quickly is the starting point guard.
100% he's not. 100% he's not. There,
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's any situation where that should be a consideration, but it is what it
I
is.
love Quickly though. I love Quickly. Like I
Yeah, I
watch
like
like
quickly.
I love Quickly. Don't get twisted. I watched him on the Knicks, even though he kind of screwed up in the playoffs. He didn't play as well in the playoffs, but yeah. But he did play well for the Knicks. Mostly 90% over. He did play well for the Knicks. And giving him that contract, 4 years, 180, maybe it was 179. I could be wrong. I thought it was really wild. I was
I
like,
wouldn't
oof.
have gave Emmanuel
I,
quickly anything over 50. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm like 100.
I probably
That's
wouldn't. I probably wouldn't have
but
gave him over 20. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
but
Probably
nah
wouldn't have
nah
gave him
man.
over 20.
He's probably worth 20 to 20 to 30 probably. He's not worth what he's getting paid
I
now. but
accept that. I'll accept that.
but they got him as a starting point guard, and he has been struggling. Like, okay, he's shooting the three well, but he's shooting bad overall. He's not.
Right.
It's like his defense is one thing when your defense. Okay, quickly he wasn't a great defender. He was a above average defender. Quickly is 6'2", 180 pounds, 185 pounds. So when his defense isn't as above average, and then you're not hitting shots, it looks really
It's like, what
noticeable.
are you here for?
Yeah, it really stands out. Like, oof, okay, you're
Yeah.
really an undersized two. Like, you're really an undersized two. And it's crazy because he's played point guard in high school. I think maybe when he played off ball in college so much, it kind of transitioned his skills so much. But I always feel like Quickly is a point guard, but maybe because he transitioned his skills so much, he's like an undersized two to me. But they got him starting as
Yeah.
a point guard. So it's like, okay, can he be a point? I think when the center, when that center is out, Jacob, I can't pronounce his name, but I can't pronounce it.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, no, not Jacoby Myers, but not Myers, but start with a P. He said Myers is crazy. I'm cranking up. No, yeah, when he's out, Quickly struggles. When he's in, he's really dynamic. So it says a lot, but you shouldn't be hinging on your big man so much. That's why we expect. I thought Toronto probably thought he was as much of a dynamic scorer, which he is. But you guys making him a point guard, so he's handling point guard responsibilities. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on the Raptors before we swing over to Boston? And I think the Toronto Raptors can make the playoffs. I
I don't
think
have
they.
an opinion on the Raptors. I never will.
That's
Never
crazy.
will.
That's crazy.
I never will. Like, I just won't.
Well, you got to, brother, because we going to talk. Because what happens if they really do something amazing this year? We got to
Well,
talk
then
about.
Good for them. Well, good for them.
We got to be ready to stay on point. Talking about
Good
the
for
Raptors.
them, but they won't get no kudos from me.
They'll make the
no kudos
playoffs.
from me.
They'll probably be a 7-6. Well, the East is really bad. They could probably be a 6 seed. They could probably be a 6 seed, probably, if everything click right. You put the sunglasses off, you think I'm talking crazy. You don't even watch the Raptors.
No, man, no. I'm checking text messages.
I was about to say, you really.
I just got like 7 text messages randomly.
No, listen, we're gonna go over to the Boston Celtics, man. I mean, listen. Hey, man, Jaylen Brown. I thought,
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. I had such high hopes for you.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown, though, man.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown, man. I had such high hopes for you. You're not living up to the expectations that I had.
Man,
I guess it can be.
This was the time for him. If there was any time to show that you could be
he's that guy, no, that he is that guy, then it was now. Now. I've been rooting for you
he's
for
shooting
2 years. I've been
averaging 27.
Saying that you're that guy.
He's averaging 27. He's shooting 52% overall from the field. I mean, like, the stats look nice and everything.
But you're not winning.
When you look when you dive into the meat and potatoes, it's like, okay, well, but you're not really winning. 3-point percentage, 38%. That's actually pretty decent, actually. He's shooting 78% from the free throw line, but the Celtics are 3-5. What's there to talk about, man? They're struggling with their bigs are really, really Al Horford leaving really hurted them. I think most people underestimated him. Yeah. Most people underestimated. They think because he's so old. I'm like, no. You don't understand. You don't make it as far and still being skilled at his age.
Literally, he's 40.
Like, is the reason why the Warriors wanted him, and he's on the team and he's thriving with them.
Like, literally, he's doing better than Draymond is right now, honestly. and it's crazy to say that because Draymond isn't even performing bad. Like I'm not even kidding. Draymond isn't even performing bad. So it's like, if Al Horford is doing better than Draymond, and Draymond is one of the best defenders in the league, like, come on, what are we saying here?
It's yeah, man. I think the Celtics really, and Drew Holiday too. He's balling out with the Blazers right now.
Yeah, like, that was such a big loss for them. Drew Holiday was such a big loss.
People don't, and people are kind of like shocked with Drew Holiday. Like, Drew Holiday is like a
I'm shocked that Drew Holiday
Olympic.
left.
He was a
Did he
two-time
leave
All
or did he
Star.
get traded?
He got traded by the Celtics to the Portland Trail
Okay.
Blazers for Anthony,
Oh
Anthony
yeah,
Simmons.
yeah. I don't like that trade. That's not a good trade, man. It's not a good trade. I'm
I
not feeling
mean,
the
at
vibes
the
with the
time, it
trade.
was like Anthony Simmons doesn't give you the defensive value Drew Holiday does, and
At
offensively,
all.
he may be a better scorer than Drew, but Drew's holding his own, getting his buckets in Portland. So it's like, and he's
Yeah.
giving you the defensive end. So it's like, look like Celtics kind of miscalled that one. I don't know what made them pull the
100% they
trigger
did.
like that. I don't know what
I
made them
would have
pull that.
never pulled the trigger on a trade
I
like
think
that.
it's Drew
Make me a
Holiday's
GM
contract.
tonight.
I think it was Drew Holiday's contract mostly because
Oh
of
yeah, no, because they were giving him like,
second
yeah, they were giving him over 200 mil. I'm pretty
April,
sure.
the second April. So that really affected. That's really why. Because yeah, I don't think they would have traded him under no other circumstances outside of that. Because he clearly
Yeah.
he still can show you he can still provide and do his thing. But what's your thoughts on the Celtics before we go over to the?
Honestly, I'm disappointed. Jaylen Brown, you are turning out to be such a big disappointment, but I'm gonna give you some slack just because Jason Tatum isn't here right now. I'm going to give you some slack because all of the focus is on you from from defense. It's like everybody is literally quite literally focusing on you because you are the only
Josh
main
might
threat.
not. Josh might not have been playing well. They picked him up from the Wolves. He been playing well, but you know,
Yeah, that's cool and all, but he's not Jason Tatum. Like,
Payton
and I
Pritchard,
don't even like Tatum. I'll be the first person to tell
Payton
you I
Pritchard,
don't like Jason Tatum.
you know, Payton Pritchard, Payton Pritchard,
Peyton Pritchard is nice, but once again, he's not Jason Tatum.
Derek
He's not
White,
Jason Tatum.
Derek
Not
White
Jason
too.
Tatum. You're naming a bunch of people that don't sound like Jason Tatum to me. I'm not liking it. Jason Tatum, as much as I don't like him, he was a real contributor on that team, and it's
Of
honestly
course,
showing how much he
of
was.
course, of course, of
It,
course. It's
and
not really
and I
a
don't
big.
like him. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm ever going to get behind Jason Tatum as a player
Okay, we're
and as
not
just a
doing this.
true.
All right, we're not
No,
doing
man,
this.
no. This is not a Jason Tatum hate session. Let me finish. Stop interrupting me. What is wrong with you? Stop it.
You would
I
have
don't think
Tatum.
I'm ever going to get behind Jason Tatum, but I will admit he is a truly good player. My problem with him is is his volume shooting. That is my main problem with him. But quite honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. The Celtics quite literally need him. Like they need him more than anything. They need to be able to take all of the focus off of Jaylen Brown and throw it onto somebody else. And that's why Jaylen Brown was striving so much because everybody kept looking at him as a second option when realistically he was the first option. And now that he's actually the first option and he doesn't have a legitimate second option, what is he supposed to do in this situation? Peyton Pritchard is not a legitimate second option. He was on the bench last year. Derek White is not a legitimate second option. Anthony Simmons will never be a legitimate second option.
Okay.
So it's like, what much more does Jaylen Brown have to go through for him to be able to prove how good he is? He's in the position to prove it, but it's like it's nothing that he can do about it because the game plan is already set for him. It's different. They're quite literally running what they were running on Tatum on Jaylen Brown. And the only reason it's working on Jaylen Brown more than it worked on Tatum is because Jaylen Brown is not a volume shooter. Jason Tatum was. So Jason Tatum had the ability to miss what 20 shots and only make what 12 shots and still have a 30-point game. Jaylen Brown does not have that ability. If he's shooting bad, then he's shooting bad. If he's shooting good, then he's shooting good. Now he majority shoots good, but it's like it's nothing that he can do in a situation that he's in except for wait for Jason Tatum to come back. That's literally all he can do. And it sucks. It genuinely sucks, but it is what it is. Because he's such a good player. I feel bad for the Celtics because how do you go from champs to one of the last teams in your conference within 2 seasons? Like I quite literally feel so bad for them, but then once again, they're my mortal enemies, so I don't at the same time. But it's like it's just sad to see the downfall of that roster.
Hey man, and that was a great analysis on your end. I mean, Jalen Brown, like I said, it's only 7, 8 games in, honestly. So it's like,
Yeah, so hopefully it'll get better as the season goes
yeah,
on.
it's still so. This is just a really super early preview analysis. It's still so early in the game. So we're gonna go into the Brooklyn Nets. Genuinely, it's not really much to say.
What are we talking
Michael,
about the Nets for? No, time out. I know we're doing an Eastern Conference episode. I completely
nah,
understand.
listen,
I
come
just feel
on. This
like
is
some teams are
content,
not worth talking
and
about.
we gotta be real. These content, we gotta be real. It's some
Yeah,
Brooklyn Nets fans out.
and I'm being real, right now. The
It's some
Nets
Brooklyn
are
Nets
ass.
fans out there. There's some Brooklyn
It's
Nets
some
fans
Brooklyn
out
Nets. Yeah, and I feel bad for y'all. Like I feel
there.
bad for y'all.
Michael Porter
Y'all
Jr.
your
Shout
last
out
great hope
to
was your
MPJ,
last great hope was D'Angelo Russell. Stay safe.
Cam,
That was your last
Cam,
hope. Like that was
Cam
your last
Thomas,
hope.
Cam Thomas,
No,
Igor. Listen to me. That rookie class.
Cam Thomas is a fraud. I'm so sorry. He's a fraud. He is a fraud.
He
He
snapped on
yo
one of the
he
most.
gets to, he gets told his chain is fake every single time he plays against a real player. Like they literally look at him, say your chain is fake, and drop 40 on him with no contest. So it's like I
Cam will
can't.
give you that 40 right back though. So it's like
But he'll
it's a trade off.
but he'll give it against a trash team.
No, he gave it against some good competition too. I will say that he just
He's not dropping 40 against the Celtics. He's not dropping 40 against the Bucks. He's not dropping 40 against the Sixers. The nigga's not even the guy's not even dropping 40 against the Pacers right now. He's not. Like
well,
he's not.
it's still a
He's not
long,
dropping
long,
40 on Trey Young, and Trey Young can't play defense.
long season ahead. I gotta do some
Long
more
season
research
for
on
them.
Cam. I'm about to look at some more research on Cam Thomas because I really doubt that he hasn't dropped
Yeah,
40.
no, do your research. No, do your
Cam
research. I'm trying to
Thomas
tell you.
definitely, yeah. Well, we do
I'm
that
trying
on.
to tell you. Every time
So
he plays against a real team, they literally look at him, say your chain fake, snatch it off his neck, and give him a 40 ball with no problem. It's
they
not even
pulled a
funny.
Bronny James on him. They changed fate, huh? All right, putting that aside, let's go. We go into the Central Division, man. We going to the Chi-Town, man. We going to the Chicago Bulls, and man,
The
Josh
Chicago
Giddey.
Bulls. Let me just
Josh
say
Giddey.
something right now.
I like
Like
the team, man. I
after y'all
like Kobe
traded
White.
away
I
Lonzo
like
Ball, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach Levine, I didn't think anything good was going to happen to that team again.
Josh
And
Giddey showing,
like I didn't.
Josh
But
Giddey, man.
Josh
It's
Giddey is
not
looking
just
like
him.
another one. He's looking
Io
like another
too.
one of the great white hopes in the league.
Josh.
He's looking like one of them ones, man.
All right, putting that aside. Well, you got Io. Done. I can't pronounce his last name, but Io. He's coming off the bench. Chicago native. He's playing really well. He's like a 6-man
Shout out to G
candidate.
Herbo.
One of my favorite artists too. Shout out to G Herbo. But no, I mean the Chicago Bulls genuinely one of the surprise team. If it looks real, if it looks sustainable, they're looking like they'll be a playoff team. What
Yeah,
they'll do in
and I
the
have no
playoffs,
problem with that.
what they do in the playoffs is anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. But
Yeah,
if they
anybody
can
does.
continue, I mean, like I said, we'll obviously do like a episode midway, probably a little bit later
Yeah,
after
no,
we
we're gonna do a couple more episodes
we're
sure
gonna
about
talk
it.
probably like about after like 20 games or so, 25 games, we'll go ahead and do another episode. But yeah, so far we'll see if this is truly like a early little run or this is like a real
Honestly, I think they could
finish.
be. I think they could be.
I think they could be too, but because the East is not, the East isn't that strong. The schedule isn't. I gotta
But
look
the
at this.
East isn't bad. Like the see, the thing is when you say the East isn't strong, it's the same way as people were saying the Eastern Conference. I honestly think the
No,
East
the
is
East
just as
this
strong as the
year.
West. Just everybody's injured right now.
No,
Like
the East
all of
is
the main injuries
very,
are on
very.
the East.
It's weaker than usual, if anything. That's why the
It's
Magic
weaker than
caught it.
usual.
Yes, because you gotta think the Bulls and Pacers, they're not genuine. Well, I don't know about the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, hey, maybe Jaylen Brown takes them to a 41-41 season. Who knows? But what I'm gonna say is about because you gotta think, why did the Magic pull that Desmond Bain train. They really think they could make a shot to the conference finals. They look at the Pacers and they said, damn, they pulled off from here. Why can't we? I don't know if the Magic can't, but they got the talent and skill and they got it. So, well, who knows what they can do? But there's
See,
really
the
only
Pacers
14.
miracle was just something that wasn't supposed to happen, though. They weren't
But
supposed to
that's
be
why,
there, like in the
but,
slightest. You know,
but,
I have a genuine question right now.
what?
Excuse my language. How the fuck did the Pacers make it to the finals last year?
That's crazy, bro. Tyrese Halliburton. Well, defense. They played great defense. Don't get it twisted.
No,
Their defense
don't get me
carried.
wrong. I watched every game, but their matchups, like, it just doesn't make sense that they made it.
No,
There was
listen.
not one team that they should have beat in a 7-game series.
Shout out to Rick Carlisle. I think when Rick,
Shout
and
out
that's
to Rick Carlisle.
and I tell people Tom Thibodeau got out coached in that whole series. I told people it was like
100%. Yes,
and
100% he did.
I tell people that absolutely played the part for the Knicks to find like, man, this guy, like, okay, this is our ceiling with this guy. We can't go no further with him than this, which is impressive as it is. Granted, they haven't made it in over 20 something years. But
Yeah, true.
you won't go any further than that. That's the limit with this guy. Can Mike Brown be that guy? I don't even know. But hey, we just gotta wait and see.
Who knows?
But I don't want to get off topic. But listen to me, man.
Definitely not.
The East, they only got 4 contenders, honestly. Like 4 conference. Okay, and then really like maybe
because everybody's hurt though. Like that's the thing. Like everybody's hurt.
What I'm saying. The East is weaker than you. That's why you got teams like
okay. So when you're saying weak, so when you calling the East weak, you're not saying that the teams are weak. You're just saying that they're weak right now. Okay, that's not what I thought. That's not what I thought.
Because next year, I think the East will be crazy next year. Fully
100%.
healthy.
If everybody comes back healthy, the East and the West are quite.
Well,
if every team in the NBA has a full healthy roster, the East and the West are the same caliber. It's balanced.
I don't know about that.
The West might have an edge. The West definitely have an edge. Let me not say that they don't. But like it's not the Eastern Conference or the weakest conference or anything of that sort. It's just slightly weaker.
And Kobe White in the Bulls center, nigga, Volvic, Voltage. I struggle with these European names so bad. I gotta make sure I pronounce these. But no,
you're better than me. I would have just called him the B guy.
Stop. The Bulls is really listen to me. I look forward to what they do the rest of the season. The Milwaukee Bucks, 100%. Man. I've been dying to talk about.
I've been waiting for this, man.
I'm gonna let you go ahead first, Christian. Go ahead.
Go first. All hell the Greek freak. All hell King Giannis Antetokounmpo. All hell him. I'm not gonna say he got rid of Dame because Dame shouldn't even been there in the first place. He was ring chasing. It's completely understandable considering how his career went. I'm not mad at him for doing it. But it was so unnecessary for him to be there. When Giannis is by himself and he's the main player with no real second option, or like a role player as a second option, that's when he thrives most. It's not because he's a jack, but no, it's because of the simple fact that he's an unstoppable force on both offense and defense. The only person in this league that can even compare to the ceiling that Giannis has right now is Victor Wembanyama, and that's the God's honest truth. Nobody can stop Giannis on offense. Nobody can score on him on defense. There is no weakness in Giannis's game besides his 3-point shot, and quite honestly, that's not even a real weakness for real for him because his 2-point game is just like it's so advanced that it just completely makes up for what he's lacking at the three-point slot. Like it just makes up for it. If Giannis develops a 3-point shot, he would quite literally be the best player in the league with no contest, other than Victor Wembanyama. Like he would be. Giannis is dropping consistent 40-point games, 35-point games, with like 17 and 20 rebound games with like 9 assists. Like this is quite literally the stuff that Wemby is going to be doing in like 2 to 3 seasons from now, once he fully becomes a vet in the league. He's in what, his junior season. So yeah, once Wemby becomes a vet in the league, this is what he's going to be doing. He's everything that Giannis is doing is just a preview for what Wemby is going to be doing, but it's Giannis, so it's better. Giannis is doing this by himself. He doesn't have a second option on that team. He doesn't, and it is what it is. There's no real second option on that team. There's nobody that you're going to look at on that team and be like, oh, that guy's an all-star. There's nobody on that team like that. Nobody. So the fact that Giannis is able to do this and win games while doing it is genuinely amazing. And you know, for me to be a Giannis fan since he got drafted, I've been a Giannis fan since the 2013-2014 NBA season. So to just see what he's doing, it means a lot to me. It genuinely does. It genuinely does. I watched this man progress season by season by season. I've been praying for him to come to the Lakers since he got drafted because I already knew what he was going to be from the rip. Colin? Did you know that meant that when Giannis was first starting out, he actually had a jump shot? Like Giannis was a shooter. He
No,
was a
I
shooter.
know. I know. I know.
But
I followed that draft class, that 2013 draft class. I
yeah,
followed that class.
2015. That wasn't 2015. That was 2014.
I said 2013 draft class.
Oh,
Giannis is
oh,
2013.
oh! I thought you said. All right, I'm bugging. My fault.
Yeah,
But
Giannis
but either
2013.
way, yeah. 2013 draft class for the 2013-2014 NBA season. But nonetheless, I don't want to get sidetracked too much because we probably got about time is it 9:40, or should we probably got about like 10, 15 more minutes on the zone. So I don't want to get too sidetracked. I just want to give big shout out of like the biggest shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo for the way he's carrying the Milwaukee Bucks on his back. That the Bucks is like the only team that I really see in the East winning the championship, and it's strictly because of the way that Giannis is playing. Like,
People,
and
some people that wouldn't disagree with you on that.
and you
Cause
know,
and then
but man, but there's
he's
pretext to
got
what
one.
I'm saying. There's pretext to what I'm saying. Now. Giannis
He's
has
got
done
one of
this.
the most talented rosters he's had in a long time. Like this year, he's got a squad. I
That's
like
what I'm
his squad
saying.
so much. He's got a
He's
squad with him.
he's quite literally. This is what Giannis is. Giannis's team is what the 2018 Cavs should have been.
Okay.
One main star surrounded by nothing but role players. That's literally what it is. It's the 2018
That
Cavs.
formula
It's,
that
it's the
formula that
2018
that
Cavs.
formula doesn't always work though.
Yeah, no, 100%. It doesn't always work. Didn't work for the 2018 Cavs. Well, but that's because all the role players were trash and washed. Like
That's crazy.
Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Kevin
Trash.
Love, Tristan Thompson, um,
Trash.
Kyle Korver, George Hill, James Jones was on that team for some reason. Like, no, that team was just trash. Like that was just a trash team. But
Trash and wash is tough, bro.
but Giannis quite literally has all of those pieces and they're good. So if he
Ryan
can
Rollins,
continue
man,
this pace
shout
throughout the
out to
season,
him.
then who knows? MVP season Giannis, man. Top 3 MVP candidate this season.
It's between Luca, him, Jokic, and Shea this year.
Oh, timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout. You put Jokic up there. Take him down. You can't put Jokic up there before Wemby. You can't.
Wemby will win MVP this year. I don't think Wemby will win MVP. I think next year Wemby will win it. I don't think Wemby will win it this year. I think your boy
Brother.
Giannis will, but they won't give it to him. Giannis. That they won't give it to
Wait.
Giannis just because the media doesn't talk about
Yeah.
Giannis.
They're not going to give it to Giannis because of the simple fact
Giannis
that
absolutely, in my opinion, should probably get it this year. If he plays, if he
100%.
maintains this,
Either Giannis or Luka.
I want Luka to win it.
Keep the pace,
I want Luka to win it. Because Luka been
I
playing
need
great.
Luka to win it for my sanity. I need Luka to win it for me to be mentally stable. Because if the Lakers don't make it to the championship, then I need something to make me happy.
Okay. All right, putting that aside, let's move on.
Yeah, move on. Next team.
And shout out to Ryan Rollins, man. It's so much like
Shout
that.
out to
He's
Ryan Rollins for sure.
amazing pickup from the Bucks. I can't
Amazing pickup
believe,
for the
and
Bucks.
that guy turned his life around too, man. And shout out to
Yeah,
him. He's definitely one of the most dynamic young
I
guards
don't care
too. He's
about him
a
changing his
two-way.
life around, but you're definitely a good player. So
Knocked it off,
keep
man.
making Giannis
And
happy, and I'll be happy.
he's a two-way guard too. Like he give it on both
Yeah,
sides. So did
he's
you
a
watch
better
that
version
Warriors
of Drew
game?
Holiday, and I'm loving it. He's a better version of Drew
All right,
Holiday.
shout out to you. You understand me. So going on to the next, we're going about the Detroit Pistons, man. 5-2.
Cade,
Jalen Duran is and the kid's not even 23 yet. That's what's scary about
I've been
it.
following Jalen Duren
It's
since he's
Jalen Duran.
played for
He
Roman.
plays. He played from my high school. Yeah, from my
Yeah,
high
you went
school.
to Roman? I didn't know you went to Roman.
Yeah, I went to Roman Catholic. Alma mater. Shout out to Roman.
Yo, yo, you're a
Yo,
fucking dweeb, Colin. You're my guy. You're a dweeb. Back to what I was saying, though, right?
that's crazy.
J- Jalen Duran, I've been following him since Roman
There's
Catholic, man.
there's a dweeb too.
No, he made it to the league. Can't call him a dweeb. He makes $200 million a year. I would never call him a dweeb. Far from it, actually. Far from it.
All right,
But
go ahead.
but to see him and Cade just paired up with Ashard Thompson, it's genuinely one of the craziest
Jaden
things that I've
Ivey
seen.
too. Oh
And
man,
Jaden
Jaden.
Ivey, oh my God. Like what Stephen A. Smith say? I'm salivating just thinking about it. Like, God, that like in the future, that Pistons team, they're gonna win a ring. I don't know when. If they stay together, they're gonna win a ring. I don't know when, but I see it happening. I see it happening.
Oh
They're
man,
they're learning how to come together more as a team. They're learning how to play better team basketball. Cade is just like
Jaden
all
Ivey
around
haven't even played yet, man. I'm just thinking to myself when he come back, he'll probably be a little rusty though. That's the problem.
brother. Yeah, he'll be rusty for like 2 games, and then Cade and them will snap him out of it.
You said 2 games, brother ain't play a year.
They'll snap him out of it.
Hey,
Because
just 2 games. He ain't played.
see,
Yeah,
here's the thing. See, here's the thing that I love about the Pistons right now. I feel like with the way that they're playing, it doesn't matter how many games you miss. You're going to come back in and then just fit right into their fold. They are probably the best example of team basketball right now in the league. Like, other than what, the Thunder maybe?
okay, see, I'm about to say we the test
Like,
team, and we don't even got
and
we injured,
like they're
and we still
yeah,
with
like
the
they're probably the second best example of team basketball. And that's how the Pistons work. That's how the Pistons win. That's how they won in the past. That's how they were getting the championships in the 80s. That's how they
shout
got them
out to
championships
JB.
in
Shout
the
out to JB
2000s.
Bickerstaff, man. He's
Shout out
transformed
to
every
JB Bickerstaff.
franchise he's been. He's a floor raiser, playoff contender coach, man.
Shout
That guy
out to JB Bickerstaff, man. Like, you
elevates
are a
franchise.
legend.
He went to the
You're
Pistons
if you
and
had a
turned them
nickname,
around.
it would be the elevator. It would be the elevator because it only goes up. It only goes up.
All right, but seriously, that guy's transformed every team. He's really like seriously, it's so much could be said about JB Bickerstaff. I still think he gets underrated, underappreciated around
100%.
the league, in my opinion. But that guy's really transformed, poverty franchises, man. Like one of
Yeah,
the
100%.
yeah, seriously. All right, moving on to we gotta stay on the Central. Talk about the Cleveland, the last team we're talking about for the Central, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Uh,
I got a calm opinion on Cleveland. They're a playoff contender, Eastern Conference Finals contender. Um, I'm interested to see how Lonzo works out on their team throughout this
Lonzo's gonna
entire
do
season.
great. He's been fitting in well.
Yeah,
He's
like
just needs to
I,
get
I
better.
I love Lonzo so much, so I
He's
genuinely
perfect.
want him to thrive on the court with Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell and Jared
I love.
Allen. Like that
Mhm.
that could quite literally be like, let's be real. Look, Lonzo is what, 6'6"? He could play that small forward if you need him to. Like, he could quite
He
literally do
can.
it.
He can play. He
Like, he
can play.
doesn't need to.
Is he strong
Like, he
enough
could
to
have him
play
come
and
off the
handle?
bench.
Is he strong enough? Can he handle wings and can he handle like the 6'9",
Defensively,
6'8" wings?
defensively,
That's a
defensively, he
toss
can.
up. But
Defensively, I feel like he can. Defensively, I feel like he can. I feel like he'll see. I feel like with Lonzo, with him playing against like them 6'7s and 6'8s, it'll be more about perimeter defense with him and trying to steal the ball. And he'll let somebody blow past him because of the simple fact that he's Jared Allen in the paint. They're not taking Jared Allen out of the paint. That's not even possible.
and it's just and me personally, people and I always said this, and I said Lonzo. I've always loved Lonzo's game. Like I always
Oh, I forgot to mention Evan fucking Mobley.
Evan. No, I didn't forget. We all know he and Evan
No, I
Mobley
forgot to mention
transferred.
him though.
Oh,
Like, how do I mention everybody but Evan Mobley? You have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley in the paint. Like, what, bro?
Evan Mobley's game transformed immensely under Kenny Axon too. Like he
One
transformed
hundred
into a
percent.
defensive player of the year. Evan Mobley is just a man. He's a beast, and Darius Garland hasn't played yet. So when he comes back, hopefully he make his debut probably tomorrow. But if he does, we made this recording as Tuesday. At the time this recording is Tuesday, but hopefully he could
Yeah,
come back on Wednesday tomorrow. But Lonzo Ball, he's just he just brings something different to the Cavs. The
I
Cavs
definitely want to
play
see.
like the
Oh,
Cavs
go
just
ahead.
play more. The Cavs just look so good when Lonzo's in the game. He just
They
keeps
definitely
the
do.
ball.
Like,
The
it's
pace is just
amazing.
different. If he could just stay
And that's something.
healthy, go ahead. What
Go
you
ahead.
say?
My fault. I keep cutting you off. My fault.
No, it's fine, brother. The pace, yeah, Lonzo. You know what team really needs Lonzo? I don't even think the Cavs really need, or they need Lonzo. But you know what team needs
They don't
Lonzo?
necessarily need him, but they have him. So fuck it.
I don't. They don't need him. You're right. They don't need him, but
Like, they
he's
got
an
Darius
asset.
Garland, so they don't really need him.
Right. He's an asset though. He's absolutely an asset. But a
Yeah,
team that I
100%.
really feel like would make them a monster is if Lonzo got picked up by the Houston Rockets. If the Rockets had Lonzo as their point guard, can you
Here
imagine?
you go with the rocket shit, man. Leave them alone. Actually, no. Colin, I do want to give you your props though, because before the season started, you did tell me that a Men Thompson under Kevin Durant would be one of the greatest things that I would witness. And god damn it, you were right.
It's not
God
even
damn
just
it.
him. Have you seen Sengun's game? Has it elevated
Oh my god.
his
I
game now?
seen this.
Do
I
you see
seen
how they use him as an
Sengun
offensive
do a
hub?
do a
They use
step
him as
back
a
3-and-1, and I couldn't believe it.
they use him as an offensive hub. They usually he's
I
Kevin
don't know
Durant
what Kevin Durant is doing to that team, but I'm scared of it.
and Jabari Smith Jr. Have you seen
The
what he's been
Rockets,
doing?
the Rockets are the one team in the West that I can say I genuinely have fear for.
They just need a point guard. And they're
Like,
not
I'm
doing bad.
genuinely
They're not
scared
doing
of the
too bad at
Rockets, and I
point
hate
guard.
that.
That's why I
I
said
hate. I
If
never thought that I
Lonzo
would
was
say
on the
that
Rockets,
sentence in my life. I'm scared of the Rockets.
if
I'm
Lonzo
scared
was
of
on
them.
the Rockets, imagine if Lonzo was on the Rockets. How he
Keep
would have
Lonzo
pushed it.
away from the Rockets.
That
By
would
all
be
means,
unfair.
please keep Lonzo away from the Rockets.
That would be unfair. That would be he'd be the
My
perfect.
mental stability cannot take Lonzo going to the Rockets. I can't.
That's the team that really need Lonzo. But yeah, moving on. The Cavs definitely the Cavs to me at this point, if they don't make the finals after this year, you take a step back, look at the roster, you say, all right, guys, what's the ceiling of this at this
Matter of
point?
fact, and don't they still got Davion Mitchell?
Davion Mitchell was on the Heat.
Oh, I'm bugging. Wasn't he on the Cavs at one point though?
You talking about Donovan Mitchell?
No, not Donovan Mitchell. I thought they had Davion too. I
No,
must have
no,
thought
no.
wrong.
No.
I
He
mean,
on
I
the
thought they
Heat.
had both.
No,
That's
he
what
on
I
the
mean.
Heat.
Yeah, I thought they had both.
Yeah, but I think the Cavs, like, you gotta take a look at it, like, listen, we made the conference for 2-3 years now. We still can't get over the hump. You looking at the team, it's like, all right, so what are we doing now? Do we just
Right.
keep the team intact? Like, do we need to make more additions? Can we make more additions depending on the salaries and the second apron? And like, it's just so much. But so this year, they got to do something this year, in
Hold on,
my
Colin.
opinion.
I'm gonna switch my audio.
So they're gonna go ahead and do that. but the Cavs definitely got a lot. They got a lot of potential though, man. The Cavs got a lot of potential in my opinion. And the Cavs, to me, if they don't make the finals this year, it's got some really, really hard questions that got to be asked, and maybe some potential big changes down the road too. So, the Pacers. Chris Guapo had a lot to say, on the Pacers way, way early into the segment. If you stuck around this long, really appreciate you for doing that. We really appreciate the love and support. Can't thank you guys enough. If you're still here, we're rocking with you like you're rocking with us. We're going to go on to the last division of the Eastern Conference. We literally did the Atlantic and Central. If you want to play back, scroll back, when you watch the video,
Okay,
definitely do that.
my foot.
No problem, brother. We on the last division. We going to the
Yeah, I
Southeast
know. We
Division.
on Southeastern now.
We're talking about the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero's been hurt. He might come back probably this month, but he hasn't been there. But Bam Adebayo has been playing well. Andrew Wiggins been. Eric Spoelstra has unlocked a whole new offense with this Heat. He's not really running plays. When I look at the offense, it kind of reminds me how the Memphis Grizzlies had with Taylor Jenkins before he got fired. How they didn't really run any plays. They kind of just did direct attacks and I think Eric Spoelstra kind of incorporated some of that into the Heat offense too. So I'm like,
That's such a good comparison. That is such a good comparison, Colin. That is such a good comparison. Wow, that is
yeah,
such a good comparison.
that's the point of watching these games. I mean, that's why I got a fire stick watching these games. I ain't gonna say too much, but listen, putting that
I know the
aside.
bit.
Yeah, but listen, putting that aside, man. I think it's just that the Heat. I want to see what Tyler Hero looks under this new offense. That's what I'm waiting to see before I really put a judgment on them. But the Heat, are they a playoff team? Yeah, they'll make the playoffs. They
Yeah,
wouldn't have they'll make the playoffs. Are they a top 16? I mean, they
um,
really have the I don't know. Can they be their
they
number
have the
six?
pieces, but will they make it work? They have the
Will
pieces,
they
but
make it?
will it
I
work?
love how you phrased it. I love how you phrased it. Will they make it work? So I don't disagree with you one bit. The Heat got a lot of potential for me. I love Khalil Ware. I love him so much. He has so much potential. He's going to be a force in a couple of years. He's under the Heat program, so he's going to be developed exceptionally well. And what can I say about Nicholas Jovic? It's a Nikola Jovic on the Heat.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
actually pretty good. He's really
Nikola Jovic,
Nikola Jokic. Thank you. Thank you.
not
But
Jokic.
both
Jovic.
Vic. Excuse me. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that, brother. No, man. The Heat got a lot of young pieces. Not a lot of young pieces, but they
Not
got
a
some
lot of young pieces,
talented
but
young
they have
pieces.
core pieces.
They got
And
some
they have a
talented young
foundation to
core
be built.
pieces. Right. And Tyler Hero with Norman Powell, I want to see what that looks like too. I
That'll
don't
be a
know how I
good game.
feel about that backcourt, though. That backcourt to me is kind of iffy at the end of the day. I don't know. We still got to wait and
100%.
see how it plays out. Tyler Hero to me, do you put him at the one? He's not really a point guard. Norman Powell isn't the point guard either. So are we doing a Davion Mitchell at the one, then put Tyler at the two? No. Andrew Wiggins at the four? I don't know about that. You want to have Khalil Ware. So it's like I want to see how Eric Spoelstra. So far, though, I think he's a genius as a coach. He's one of the best coaches in the league for as long as I can remember. I'm sure he's proved people wrong. Hey, I don't need LeBron James to compete. He's made the finals. So it's like, yeah, he's lost, but his team was really injured more than anything. But Eric Spoelstra is a really great coach, and he's gonna. I think he's a USA coach. Was he officially named the USA basketball coach yet, or have I missed
Yeah,
that? Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he
been.
was.
Yeah, so I
Wait,
can't
no.
wait to. No, he hasn't.
No,
He hasn't.
no, he
No.
hasn't because it was Coach K. It was Coach K up until
It-
2016.
no, it
2020.
was Steve Kerr, but I know Eric's posted for the upcoming 2020.
Oh, for
So
the up. Oh man. Oh, what for the FIBA John? For the FIBA John?
yes, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Is he?
I got no. We'll probably fact check that later. Someone will fact check us in the comment section. Please do.
Yeah.
But nah, man, the Heat, Bam Adebayo wasn't playing out of his mind, man. So him, he's living up to the expectations that we had last season when he kind of really disappointed offensively. But
Yeah. Well,
he's
actually,
shouldering those, yeah, he's shouldering those offensive capabilities this season, and I love it. What was your thoughts on the Heat?
you basically covered everything. Actually, I feel like Bam is getting
back to himself. So I'm happy about that because I genuinely do like Bam as a player. I feel like he's a top big in the league when he's actually playing properly. So I'm happy to see him doing well. Yeah,
Hmm.
basically covered everything, though, man.
Damn about the bio, and he's got the one of
Bam Adebayo.
he's got
I be
amazing. He's got amazing woman too. Shout out to the MVP, NBA champ. Wilson, man, A Will, man. She really one of the greatest WNBA players ever in the game. So, and that's Vance, man. Shout out to him. That kid's gonna be getting all the D1 offers you could think of.
yeah,
Every D1 offer you can
yeah, right.
imagine. Every D1 offer you can imagine.
Literally every D1 over you can make.
By the time the little child in fifth grade, he'll be having
Fifth
D1
grade.
offers.
By the time he's conceived.
Ah, that's wild. All right, put that aside. Atlanta Hawks, listen to me. This season is a trial. This is a trial and tribulation for Trae Young. This is Trae
The
Young's
Atlanta
most
Hawks.
talented roster since 2021. His
I'm
most
about to say.
talented roster. His most talented roster. If he doesn't go far with this team in a weak conference, that's why the Hawks haven't given him the
See,
extension yet. That's why the
but
Hawks
it's like
listen. That's why the Hawks haven't given him the
we
extension.
can't blame him for that though. We can't blame him
No,
for that because
we can't blame him, but
there
he's
is no
also part
there
of
is
the struggle.
nobody on this current team that was anywhere that is as talented as 2021 John Collins was.
Kristaps Porzingis, but he's a little older, so
You're not really about to throw some Porzingis propaganda at me, are you? Because I will
I
leave this
mean,
podcast. I'm so serious. I'm not even joking.
you
No,
don't even
I am
like
joking. I wouldn't leave, but like, come on.
Porzingis is like don't do that to
No,
Porzingis, man. He's just injury
Porzingis
prone.
is not the level. Porzingis
He's just injury prone. That's it. Literally it.
Porzingis is not a
Outside of that,
valuable. Porzingis is not a valuable second option. He's not. He's not. He's not.
for Trae
Porzingis.
Young, he
He's
matches
not.
Trae Young's skill set exceptionally. That's why we
He's
gotta
not.
Trae Young and Chris. We gotta see. Listen to me. Listen, hold on. Why you think they haven't given him the extension contract? Regardless of what you said, they
Because he
haven't
keeps
given
getting
them
injured.
the
No,
extension
because he
contract.
keeps getting injured. That's why. It's because he no. It's because he keeps getting
So
injured. That's why he hasn't received that extension. You
no,
ready?
they want to
All
see
right.
what
All
he
right.
does with his roster, huh?
Not you.
Oh no, they want to see what he do with that this roster,
Check
how
check.
far
Check
he
check.
makes it. What'd you say?
Check check.
He got to make sure that he's got to make sure that this is one of the most talented rosters. He got to make sure that he's got one of the most talented rosters out there right now at his hand. So yeah, uh, I mean it's a lot,
Hey,
but
listen
I
for the
think
remainder. Uh, just PSA for the pod. For the remainder of this pod, Cam gonna be off. About to hop in a vehicle, so the cam gonna be
okay.
off.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and continue. But the Hawks, like I said, the Hawks got a lot of talent. But let's see what they do. I think Trae Young's got a lot to prove. Nikhil Alexander, Kristaps Porzingis, Zachary Ricochet. They got a squad, man. They do got a squad. Let's just see what they do, man. They should be a
100%.
playoff team.
Let's see how they carry it. I'm interested.
Orlando Magic,
Shout out to
man.
Paolo Banchero. I don't
He's
really
been
have much
playing.
to say about the
He's been
Magic,
playing
honestly.
bad. He's been playing bad, even though the stats don't show it. But he's been playing bad. Horrible shot
No, he
selection so
definitely
far.
has. He definitely has. He definitely
I'm
has.
glad you admitted that. Horrible shot selection, by the way. I don't know
Horrible
what he.
shot selection. I don't
I
know
think
what
it's
he has
just a
going on.
stage. I think it's just temporary. He's just trying to find out something. So he'll
Yeah,
probably
he's trying to get comfortable with genuinely being the star of that team.
yeah. Because I think Franz Wagner to me is he's just different. I just think, boy, did he strike gold with him, and they picked him in the later first rounds too. So they
Crazy.
struck gold with him. Let's see how those two mesh because it didn't seem like they was able to mesh well last season, even though both of them were hurt. But when they were on the phone for the limited amount of time, they did seem to struggle together. So just observing that, seeing how that plays. Uh, Jalen
Okay, that
Suggs,
helps.
and then the Orlando Magic got a deep
Yes, we do.
squad too. Desmond Bain, I like that signing too. I think maybe it's a little bit. I thought the reaction was a little bit too much for him. I think he's not really a 3-and-D guy. He's not because
right.
he's not a bad defender, but he's not a good defender either. He's just a above average defender, you know. But he's strong, stocky, so he gets steals, he bumps in the chest, but he's not a great defender, but he definitely can shoot the ball. I'm interested to see what the Magic's the team that they could go to the conference finals and everything click well for them.
Right, literally. I'm gonna
Yes.
be honest. I feel like the Magic. My thing with the Magic is, I feel like all they really need to do is the same thing that the Pistons are doing right now, just better team ball. I really feel like that's their ticket. I feel like team basketball will save what they're going through right now, and will save them. I wish. My fault. Almost got hit by a car. Um,
Oh my God.
yeah, I feel like that'll save like just a lot of turmoil that they going through in this current moment. Honestly,
They got a good squad on them too, man. Got a good squad. Orlando Magic should be a top 4, top 5 team in the East, and depending on how Franz and Paolo play together, this could be, and listen, Anthony Black, I love that. He's one of my favorite players on that team. That kid's potential his offensive skill is growing too, but as a defender, he's one of the best perimeter guards. Him and Jalen Suggs, they're like hounds, but Anthony Black more so comes off the bench, but still, just hands. I love that kid. He just got to work on that offensive game. He's really an offensive liability on the floor, but he could move the ball, pass the ball. One of the best passers, young best passers. Definitely excited about his development throughout the season. But we go on to the Charlotte Hornets, man. And listen, I know you listen. The Hornets, they're not the same Hornets, guys. Granted, they are bad, but it's something different about these Hornets. It's
Yeah,
like
they're not there the same Hornets.
it's
Obviously,
it's
they're no here.
it's a different Hornets, man. It's not the same Hornets. I know people don't check the Hornets out. Maybe you do for just LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball doing his thing as usual. He's taking wild shots. Efficiency looks kind of crazy, but
Yeah,
he's kind of playing within the offense a little bit. But I see the coach Jason, Charles. Charles Lee, excuse me. He's trying to hold guys accountable. I see him sometimes in the huddle. He's trying to get these guys to buy in on defense. And Khan, their rookie they drafted with the 4th pick, he's been playing well. He looks like a guy that's going to be a solid contributor to a starting 5 or a contending team. Granted, I don't know if the Hornets will ever be contending for a playoff team, but he looks like one of those pieces you can add for the foreseeable future. Especially you want to be a 6-man off the bench, or he could just be like a solid guard or forward. He's lights out from the 3, solid defender, passes the ball well, high basketball IQ, solid rebounder. Everything to like about this kid. It's just a lot of potential on this team. Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges. It's just about getting these guys to just buy in on defense and just give a damn about this game.
that's actually the best analysis I could have gave. Honestly, I'm, I'm actually that might be the best analysis I've ever heard you give on the team. So
That's
good,
crazy, bro.
good job. No, I'm so serious. Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Like you covered all bases. It's nothing for me to say right now. It's nothing for me to say.
All right. Listen. All right, we're gonna go to the last team. Then the Washington Wizards. Listen to me. They're 1-6. I like them though, Chris. I'm a little. I don't know about the kid,
What
Bub.
do you like?
Bub
Please,
Carrington.
please explain to the podcast what you like about the Washington Wizards. Because
The
Jordan
young pieces, the young talent pieces they're developing. Alex Starr, Kaishan George. You got AJ Johnson. You got Bilal Kobe. I can't pronounce the kid from France, but he's a not dynamic. He's a two-way defender, but his offensive skill is growing. He's a solid catch and shoot guy. This team, I don't know about Bub Carrington. I'm a little Bub Carrington. He looks like he's really, really not ready. He looks like he should probably be in the G League. Probably spend about maybe a month or two there. and then we'll see what goes on with that. But overall, this is one of those teams where you looking forward to seeing what they become 3-4 years from now.
Honestly, when it
And
comes
they
to
can get a draft pick this year too. So
the
hey,
Washington Wizards, had, like for me personally, they have always been the most disgusting team in the NBA. I
who the
don't.
Wizards?
I said, and let me repeat it. And this includes when John Wall was there. Mind you, I was a heavy fan of John Wall and Marcin Gortat. I was.
What?
I was a heavy fan of that. But the Washington Wizards have always been just a team that I have never liked. They've always just been disgusting to me. Everything from
That's
their
wild.
jerseys, everything from their
What?
jerseys to their coaching
They had
staff.
one of the best jerseys.
No, 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 no. Don't fool yourself like that by saying that.
The Agent Zero. Come on.
Didn't like Gilbert Arenas. Wasn't really a fan of him. Antoine Jameson was nice. I liked Antoine Jameson. I liked Antoine
That's crazy.
Jameson. I was very young when Antoine Jameson was playing, but I did.
That's crazy.
So I'll give him his props.
That's crazy. My man said I would have gave the Kings that title before the Wizards, but hey, shout out to you.
But I like the Kings now. Well,
we like their team now.
No, not now, but like
Oh,
the 2 seasons before now. You know when they
yeah,
had De'Aaron Fox, it was the whole like the beam. You know,
yeah.
they convinced me that they could be a good team at one point or another.
No, they haven't convinced anything.
I've
They
never had
they
that. I've never had that convincing from the Wizards. From the Wizards, it's always
what?
been they're going to
The Wizards made it to the. They almost made it. They was literally a game away from going to the conference. If it wasn't for Kelly Olynyk going crazy in Game 7, he was unexpected going crazy. It was just out of nowhere.
Realize who you just said.
Kelly Olynyk, don't a
No,
good.
Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Oh, I was pronounce his name.
No. The mispronunciation isn't the problem. The problem is that you think that he was a genuine threat at any point in time. He had one good game. One good game.
I'm telling you about the Wizards. I'm telling you about the Wizards. The Wizards was literally a game away from going to the conference finals. John Wall had a game winning shot.
I remember that.
He played well the whole series. Oh.
Yeah, no, I remember that. But like nobody expected them to actually make it to the conference finals. I didn't expect them to. Nobody do expect them to. So
okay.
like I don't think I'm ever going to expect anything good out of the Wizards.
That's crazy.
Say anything about them.
The Kings literally regressed and turned to the Sacramento Bulls. They literally took Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and turned them and made them to this like. They literally. Yeah, the Kings to me
because that's a conference finals team.
That'll
be a conference finals team.
You know what I told the Sacramento Kings fan, K-Wave? I told him, in all honesty, they really should just blow it up and just give Seattle a franchise. I don't think the Sacramento Kings need a franchise.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that statement.
Yeah, I just feel like
I'm gonna just let that be. I'm just let that hang in the air because that's like just a strange thing to say. Like
it's not a strange thing to say. I think
it's a strange thing to say. It's a strange thing to say because you said fucking Seattle.
See this guy. All right, we're gonna end it off because this guy's about to just say some wild stuff. We'll end it off here. That concludes today's episode of 192 of the Restricted Zone podcast. I want to give a big shout out to my co-host Chris Guapo. Shout out to you, brother, holding it down with me on this episode.
Shout out to my co-host Colin.
Shout out to you, brother, holding it down with me on this basketball episode. Hopefully the fans enjoy this episode as much as we enjoyed recording this episode.
The fans are going to enjoy the episode. I'm here.
Subscribers and everybody, hopefully you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Definitely turn on your post notifications for more episodes. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. Football, wrestling, a lot more in the works, man. We got a lot of things developing. We just, each and every single one of us got a lot going on with our lives, but this podcast will be a center and 100% focused. So just turn on the post notifications, enjoy this episode, and be ready for the next one. Have a great day, everybody.